guys, Leanne here, back with another video for you today. So today I'm doing something a little different. I have started a collab with my friend Brie from Documented Journey. I will leave her channel linked below so you can go check her out. I love her content. We decided to become pen pals and wanted to exchange something along with our letters. So we're going to exchange little tip-ins or artist cards or whatever you want to call them to each other, but there's a twist. So in each letter we send each other three things that we have to, tell each other three things that we have to use in the card for the other person. So I gave her purple crown and the word alive, and this is what she came up with. She is so adorable. I love that she did this edge up here as a bookmark. So yeah, that's going to be a new series here. And today's video is going to be the process of me making her little card. So, let's get into it. Okay guys, so the three things that Brie gave me were a piece of a mermaid, the color green, and some raised texture. So of course you know I had to do a mermaid tail. Classic, right? So I'm using this stencil from the Jane Davenport acrylic paint set, and I'm taking my palette knife and putting some gesso through the stencil. The reason that I used gesso instead of modeling paste is because I know Brie doesn't like to add a lot of bulk in her journal, and if she does use this as a tip-in, I didn't want her journal to be like a mountain after. So you can still feel the texture, but it's not a whole lot of raised extra bulk, if that makes sense. So a while ago, Brie did this crayon resist on her YouTube channel, and I looked everywhere, and for the life of me, I don't think I owned a crayon, like, anywhere. Like, everyone owns crayons, right? But I just could not find one. So I finally found one, and I was so happy. So I used it to make the bubbles on this piece, and I think it turned out really cool. And I'm just layering some Jane Davenport watercolors on top there in several different shades of blue. And I'm using that turquoise there to fill in the tail of the mermaid and accent some of those bubbles. The reason I didn't put any watercolor above the water where the tail is because I plan on cutting that piece off. So you'll see that at the end, but I'm taking the mermaid marker in seaweed and adding some green to that tail because obviously she chose green. And I'm going back in with some Dr. P.H. Martin's Iridescent Calligraphy ink in the color Jade. And this right here is some Tattered Angels Glimmer paint in the color Mermaid. And I really wanted to give those scales a lot of different textures and colors and stuff in them, because that's kind of the textury parts. I wanted to make that stand out. That's why I added so many different products to it. And here I'm just taking the paint marker and making some seaweed and going over it with the seaweed marker, so it gives it that nice two-tone look to it, and then you don't have to do any extra shading, so go me. And what am I doing now? Oh, I off camera put some gesso around where the tail meets the body because usually I have that a lot skinnier than it ended up being. And I also extended the tail a little bit, the width of the tail. So you can't even really tell that I did it, but it looks a lot better to me anyway. So don't be afraid to kind of alter things even after you've colored them in a bit. And now I'm taking my Stabilo pencil and adding in some shadow. It ended up being a lot darker than I thought it was going to be, but I work with it and it comes out okay in the end. But just be careful with that pencil. It's like super dark. Now I'm going in with some more watercolor. And I took some Stabilo and put it under the scales for a shadow there to make them stand out even more. And I'm adding some more of that seaweed marker to the seaweed. And I took the Byron Bay mermaid marker and made the bubbles stand out a little bit. And I'm cutting that excess off, so now you can see the tail kind of sticks up as if it's coming out of the water, and I made a little wave on the side. And now I'm taking Siren mermaid marker and adding some extra layer and texture to the water there. And for some finishing touches, I go in with my Uniball white Signo pen. This is like my holy grail white pen, and adding some highlights on the top of the scales and outlining the tail. I really like outlining in white. I think it looks super cool. And then I'm just adding a little more color to that tail. And I think I'm done. Yeah, I just write my name and draw a line down the side. And that's it. I hope Brie likes it. If you'd like to check out Brie's video where she made mine, I will leave that linked below. And definitely check out her channel. She has some awesome content. She started a new portrait illustration series that I'm really excited about. So don't forget to check that out. And I will catch you guys in my next one. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.